Coming up on this episode of Coordinated.
The point is not what they're called, but rather the purpose that they serve.
Greetings, AP coordinators, and welcome to Season 7 of Coordinated. Our goal for this season? To help AP coordinators successfully manage their AP programs from the start of school up through the AP exam final ordering deadline of November 15, 2022.
This season, we're releasing 2 sets of episodes, creating the opportunity to listen on demand to specific topics at different times, depending on when your school year begins.
Let's get started. I'm Derek Cometa.
And I'm Rachel McBride. Welcome to the podcast for AP coordinators.
Welcome to Coordinated.
Season 7, Episode 7, Information Sessions.
Hello, Rachel.
Hey there, Derek.
Rachel, you have been an AP coordinator for a few years now and gained a lot of institutional knowledge, learned a few things, been around the block. I bet you have built up a lot of best practices.
Yeah, I suppose you could say all that, and I'm sure you have as well, Derek. You know, it hasn't been that long since you worked at a high school and were an AP coordinator yourself.
You are correct. It hasn't been that long, and I do remember those days quite clearly. Being an AP coordinator was a big part of my job. It was a role that I embraced. I liked the planning, the organization, and of course, I enjoyed working with students and families. Frankly, for me, that was the best part.
Sounding a bit nostalgic there, Derek. Does any one thing stand out in your memory?
Well, no surprise, this is a great transition into today's topic. I enjoyed hosting information sessions about AP. And now that I've had the opportunity to engage with so many fellow AP coordinators, I wish I could go back and host them all over again. I think I could go back and do an even better job with all the great ideas we've heard in our AP coordinator workshops throughout the years.
Well, sounds like a great time to share. What do you think?
Let's do it. But first, how about a quick recap for those who have been following along with our episodes in Season 7 so far? We've done a lot already.
We certainly have.
We used the access code to get into AP registration and ordering. We completed the AP participation form. We reviewed the AP course audit. We created class sections and started the student enrollment process. And most recently, we shared the AP exam schedule with everyone.
We're making progress for sure. And today, these information sessions, well, I remember when I first learned about this in a workshop for AP coordinators a few years ago. I was impressed and thought it was a great way to communicate important information to students and their families. And you know what? It is.
By the way, let's be sure to highlight this year's version of our workshop. We were just talking about that. The AP Coordinator Back to School Workshop. Please register now if you have not already. There is a link in the show notes. They are very popular, and we'd love to have you there. Okay, back to the topic.
So, Derek, these information sessions are often called different things by our colleagues at high schools. Some call them AP Parent Night or AP Information Night. Sometimes they are geared for students and are held during the day as part of a school or class meeting. The point is not what they're called, but rather the purpose that they serve.
Absolutely. The start of the school year can be a great time to host these sessions. That's because the target audience is generally parents and students who are taking AP courses this school year. And depending on how early in the year it is, they can also be a great reminder for students to enroll in their class sections for the current school year. Information sessions can also include parents and students who are interested in finding out more about AP for next year. Providing information early on is important when it comes time to choose courses once again. In addition, many of those who attend these sessions may be taking an AP course and an AP exam for the first time. With that, there can be some questions about what to expect, right?
Right. As a counselor, I know I get a lot of these questions. Questions about exam ordering deadlines and fees. And on the academic side, how much homework is there in an AP course? Is there a GPA boost? And also a lot of questions about AP Classroom and the instructional resources. Both students and parents are excited to learn more.
Great points. And to help share all this information, some schools invite AP teachers to speak. Sometimes current or former AP students will also say a few words. Alumni can be very inspirational, especially when talking about how AP prepared them for the rigors of college. Alumni can also share how their performance on AP exams saved them money by earning college credit, and who doesn't like that?
Everyone likes that, Derek. And yes, hearing from students is so powerful. I love hearing stories of students who were challenged during the school year, but with the help of their AP teachers and families, they stuck with it. They were persistent and they took the AP exam. Persistence and follow through, all part of that hero's journey, which you know I like. These are awesome stories to share and inspire.
Rachel, speaking of sharing, in our conversations, we often share a best practice. Today, however, I think this whole idea, the idea of hosting an AP information session, or as some call it, an AP information night, I think the whole idea is a best practice in itself. Schools who host these information sessions find them extremely valuable as they help prepare students and their families for the AP experience.
I agree, and I can attest to that firsthand. And I'll add this as well. These sessions can be in person or virtual. At Mayfield, my high school, we found that our attendance greatly increases if we offer a live stream or a Zoom invite.
That makes sense, right? Make it as easy as possible to attend, right? So, Rachel, let's review. A joint summary, if you will. These information sessions
Can be held at any time during the school year.
But there's no time like the present. And the target audience is
Students taking AP courses and their families.
or
Students who are interested in taking an AP course in the future.
and consider live streaming.
Right, or Zoom, or recording for on-demand playback.
Now that is a great pro tip. And Rachel, thanks for the great trip down memory lane. I appreciate it.
You are most welcome. And just a quick final word from one AP coordinator to another. I know there can be a lot going on at the start of school, but I hope you'll consider this idea. Hosting an information session about AP is extremely valuable and, to me, worth the time and effort.
Thank you, Rachel, and thanks, everyone. Next episode, we will shift gears to get ready to submit our AP exam order. For many schools, part of that process includes the collection of AP exam fees. Talk with you soon.
Coordinated is presented by the AP program and the AP Coordinator Experience. Special thanks to the amazing team behind the scenes who bring this show to schools and AP coordinators all across the world. We thank Jackie Ray for our theme song, Good as Gold. Jackie is a former AP Music Theory student at Oakton High School. Additional vocal support by myself, Carly Suge, AP Coordinator at Costa Mesa High School in Southern California.
And AP coordinators, we cannot say it enough. Thank you. We appreciate you, and for all your support of AP students, you are truly good as gold.